What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here. I am back with another video. Today we're going to be discussing the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-3 win over the New York Islanders in the shootout. I hate the shootout. One big famous shootout that just happened was how USA Hockey, the women's team, beat Canada in the shootout. Congratulations to US on their gold medal victory. I would have rather you guys just win in overtime because I cannot stand the shootout. But congratulations, nothing against the team. To my fellow Canadians and to the Canadian women's team, congratulations. Nothing to be ashamed of. Great tournament. You guys did fantastic. Nothing to be ashamed of, like I said. But Islanders fans, for this video, I feel super bad for you, and the noise in the background stopped, thank God. But Islanders fans, I really feel bad because the Leafs played absolutely terrible tonight. The Leafs were as bad as how Fergie sang the national anthem during the NBA All-Star game or before the game. The Leafs definitely did not play good. They played some of their worst hockey. They played real good in overtime and in the shootout, of course. When they needed to. But in the first three periods, it was like, oh man, the Leafs got some bounces. They had some minor spots where they were good, but for the most part, they were bad. The Islanders outplayed the Leafs all night. So we're going to get into it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Monday, myself and Neil from Post to Post will be streaming here on my channel, so make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing a trade deadline day fiesta. We're going to be watching the whole thing, talking to you guys, talking about past trades and the trades happening at the moment, so make sure you stick around for that. But back to this game, 4-3 Leafs in the shootout. Let's get right into the goalie stats. Jaroslav Halak, 31 shots against, 3 goals against, 28 saves, not too bad. Freddie Anderson, who was real good again tonight, 3 goals against, 32 saves. Freddie's been solid as a rock. Halak was pretty good tonight, especially in overtime. Both goalies were good, but Halak really made some nice saves in overtime. So let's get right into this game. The New York Islanders came out, just played fantastic. They were really skating out there, giving it their all, and they buried one. Ryan Piluk, sounds like my last name, Piluk, he scored his 6th of the season. Just a rocket of a shot from the point, and it was 1-0. And from there, I was like, oh man, the Leafs really do not look good. They look flat-footed. They're chasing around. It did not look good. Then Matthew Barzal scored his 17th of the year about 11 minutes into the period. The Leafs defenseman there, I used this before with the Polak reference, but it was like all the controllers died, and they were literally just sitting there. And then Barzal potted it. 2-0 Islanders, and I was like, good God, please just let the Leafs come back in this game. Then Mitch Marner, late in the period, buries his 15th off of a sweet feed from Nazem Kadri. That line has been working, even though tonight they weren't fantastic. Marner made it 2-1 going into the second period. The second period was a little bit boring because there was no goals, but the Islanders were very good in this period as well. The Leafs, like I said, they looked very flat-footed. They did not look like they were ready to play tonight. I do not know how they won this game. I'm not going to lie. This was some of the worst hockey they've played in quite some time. This was very, very bad, and for them to get the 2 points was a miracle, to be honest. So going into the third period, I was like, you need to get one. You really need to get one. Then Morgan Riley snipes one top corner, and it was a tie game, and I was like, okay, we're going to do it. This is real good. And then a couple minutes later, just a real bad bounce. Jordan Eberle scored his 21st of the season off Zaitsev into the net. The puck was bouncing all night. Lots of players were making the Hail Mary passes, and the puck was bouncing all over the place, trying to see if they could get some momentum going into the other zone. And so a play like this was it just proves how much the puck was bouncing. And I was like, God, please don't let this end with that type of goal. And then Austin Matthews scores to tie the game off of Jake Gardner taking a nice slap shot. He tipped it off the defenseman. It might have been Polak as well. But Matthews scores, what was that, his 28th of the season. And I was like, okay, this is good. Tie game. The Islanders still were pressing. The Leafs were getting a bit of pressure. And then Matthews goes in and gets crunched. And at the time I'm making this video, there's no update, but it does not look good. If you ask me, I think it's a shoulder, and that would be terrible if the Leafs lose Matthews for any extended time. Matthews has been the type of player where if he misses time, they sit him out for quite a bit, so hopefully he can recover. Let the Leafs give him some time. There's a huge matchup for the Leafs coming on Saturday against the Bruins. I don't even think they should play him if he's really feeling the effects of whatever it was. If it's his shoulder, I hope it's not serious. Get well soon, Matthews. But the third period would end and it would go into overtime, and this was when everybody was flying back and forth. This was a very, very good overtime. I wish they would just let the 3-on-3 overtime be continuous, because they were out there just giving it their all. It was a lot of fun to watch. A lot of great saves. Freddie was good. Yaroslav Halak was good. And of course it ends and goes into a shootout. Tyler Bozak would score the only goal in the shootout. Leafs win 4-3. Like I said, the Islanders should have won that game. They played much better, and I know the Islanders don't have favorable stats against them when it comes to goals, but they do score quite a bit. So I was really scared for this one after the start of the game, and midway through the game I was thinking, man, the Islanders are just seconds away from burying goals left and right. But luckily it didn't happen, and the Leafs were able to win in the shootout. Now, before I end this video, I would just like to talk about what happened in Parkland, Florida. And if I mispronounce it, I'm pretty sure it's Parkland, Florida. Parkland. I really don't want to disrespect it, because after the Roberto Luongo speech that he had tonight in Florida, it was touching, and it's unfortunate what happened. It's really, I hate talking about stuff like this because I just wish it never happened. But to the families, to the friends, to the teachers, the students, we're all praying for you. I know I can speak on behalf of a lot of Canadians who have probably already reached out. I have on Twitter and stuff like that, but saying it to a camera I think has a little bit more effect, especially if you're from that area. We're thinking of you, we're praying for you, and I hope that this gun violence and all this stuff like that stops, because it's really unfortunate, and it's difficult. I can't keep looking on my newsfeed and seeing this stuff happening. It's super terrible, and I feel for you guys, and I hope everything gets better in the near future. I know there's a lot of lives lost, and they did not deserve to be on the end of such a cowardly act, and I really hope that something gets dealt with this, and that idiot box Trump doesn't know what he's doing. He's a literal piece of garbage, and I really hope that something comes better out of this. There needs to be some sort of laws that are laid in, but I'm not going to get into politics. I just wanted to say we're thinking of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.